Hello and welcome to the next level. We are here still in quarantine in our nice little boxes and hopefully to bring you some wonderful gaming experiences. Tonight we have no announcements as usual. We're going to throw out our offer to you, which is hopefully the heroes are going to be finding the life stone this week. So what is a weird minor quirk or power or disability or something that the Lifestone has? Now, did I go out there for a sec?
No, nope, you're frozen a little bit. We can still hear you.
You seem to be moving.
Okay, so am I back now? Am I good?
You are.
Good?
Yes. Good.
No. All right. You all froze up for a sec, so I figured I had to be the one who's actually freezing. Yeah. Okay, so yes, a quirk or weird little power doesn't have to be useful, doesn't have to be a good power, but something that might be a weird something that the Lifestone has. And we're going to keep Jacob's rolls for his memory stuff from last week, because that didn't happen, and hopefully we'll have a moment for that this week.
Cool.
Okay. So, quick recap. Our heroes have journeyed to the town of High Fort to help out the villagers there. There was a cult that had come in and attacked the village, looking to take a strange artifact that the villagers were hiding called the Life Stone. And our heroes have gone down into the mines after the cult to hopefully get the Lifestone back and maybe deal with these strange cultists along the way. They've been doing a pretty good job for the job so far and cleared out most of the mines, but they have sort of the last little stretch to go. And now they're trying to figure out, is there a better way to do this? Is there a good way to do this that hopefully leaves the most people alive and healthy? So they did have some healing potions. We distributed a little bit of that sort of between sessions, and otherwise we will jump right back into things at the moment as they're sort of finalizing hopefully what their plan will be. So I'll throw it out to you guys, and yeah, what do you have?
Lava.
Lava. We can see lava.
Yes. Still trying to figure out a way to flush out the baddies if we can towards us as they are around the corner, and from what I think someone has like snuck around and gotten a peek, and it sounds like they're fairly well positioned and kind of covered. So Leon has the plan that she can either do a, I mean, I'm just recapping for the audience, not for us, because we just talked about it. The plan is here. She can try to put people to sleep, but ideally if they're injured, we need to probably get somebody back there. Gildy could use her Dread Ambusher ability and maybe sneak back there and kind of startle them.
I think we decided that that wouldn't work because it's lit enough that they don't need to use dark vision to see me.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So she won't be invisible.
Okay.
And we still have that little dragon tagging along too, right? The pink and orange dragon.
You've got Jerlazaban, the fairy dragon. You've got 5 or 6 or 7 little allies as well. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you originally had 5, 2 more after they had escorted the miners out had come back down to help you as well. So you've got 6 guards and 6 guards and 1 sort of scout that are sort of available for helping.
Hey, I like helpers.
So thanks to Leon, we know the positions of the enemy.
Yes, well, roughly. You can, they're well hidden. They've got a lot of cover, and you can sort of, see most of them, you think. But there's sort of some formations that are making it hard to see sort of all the nooks and crannies. But you think you've got a good sense for where most of them are.
Okay, you know what? We've got time. So I have an idea. since we have time, what I could do is I could cast Unseen Servant, which would make, as you're familiar with, my Force servant. I could then conjure a short sword or other weapon, which would be glowing, and send it in. And then they will think that something is coming, and then we'll get to see what they do in reaction to seeing something. If they shoot it, it's undoubtedly going to be destroyed very quickly, but it's not like it's injured.
Would you be able to make the artifact look like that mace that the enemy had conjured earlier? Maybe they would think it's a friendly at first.
Except it would be glowing a different color.
Oh, that's fair.
Well, how familiar do you think they are with their random dude's spells, right?
True.
But why would that person send their spiritual weapon back?
Very good question.
Incompetence.
Let's see what happens, shall we? We have time.
It could confuse them enough as they're like, what is happening?
Exactly. All right, so I take 10 minutes.
All right.
Unseen Servant. Is there any preference on a weapon? Do we want a mace? Do we want a short sword, long sword?
Well, may as well go with the maze, because it's not like the servant is going to actually be attacking anyone with it. So let's create some confusion if we can.
All right. So,
Or a sign that says the end is nigh.
so the Unseen Servant has a glowing mace.
All right. Boop.
And then I just send it forward.
I'm just going to give this person a bit of an aura around them so we know roughly where the Unseen Servant is. All right, so there we go. The Unseen Servant, maybe we can change their... what color do you want the Unseen Servant to be?
Is it a color?
I don't know. I'm just assuming it's invisible, but yes, I will just make it stand out a little bit. All right.
Oh, I mean, you may as well make it red because it's fine.
Ah, yes, that is an excellent choice. I was close to that, but
Oh, it is invisible. Yeah,
Yep.
invisible, mindless, shapeless, medium force.
Yep. But he has the glowing weapon in his hand, and what did we go on for what the weapon looks like?
It's a mace.
Okay. And how do you want to send them in? Do you want to go towards the sort of right path or the left path, which is sort of the longer way around?
I figure the right path. I figure I'll just have it like walk right along, kind of as the closest, right around that corner, and just like do.
Yep.
It just walks, and it's gonna walk, across the bridge and then up, and it'll probably die long before then, but that's okay.
All right. I'm just gonna measure some things here. Yeah.
And then I just observe using Ranu to kind of see what exactly happens.
All right. So they get to the corner, and oops, I need to switch back to moving. Gets to here and sort of turns the corner. Gets a few steps up. There's definitely, through Ranu's perception, you get a moment of sort of hesitation and sort of curiosity. However, that quickly fades, and you get sort of a bunch of arrows that seem to, well, not come out of nowhere. You actually know where they're coming from. So this guy here, fires, missing.
Yes.
This guy up here is gonna try. That one, however, does hit the Unseen Servant, who unfortunately only has 1 hit point. And yes, the mace, can it float on its own?
Oh no, nope. It's
Okay.
a regular mace. It just glows. So
Okay.
It clatters to the ground.
So yeah, Unseen Servant got about there. So mace clatters to the ground. You, who's semi close? Jacob, you're potentially sort of most in sort of line of hearing stuff that might be around the corner. Give me a perception check.
I've got my senses in Ranu.
Oh, you got, okay. So yeah, you can give me one as well.
Nice. Oh, things.
Actually, we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, and wait for Leon's.
Borderline, you can hear their thoughts a little bit when they're really loud.
Yes.
The ones who are shouting in their heads.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so Jacob, it's very faint for you, but you're pretty sure you can hear some mutters of like, what was that? I don't know. Strange things, floating something, but it went down. And yeah, Leon, you pretty much hear the same thing. It looks like this guy here is talking to somebody behind him. And yeah, this guy here is sort of also talking to somebody maybe sort of over here a little bit. Yeah, there's definitely sort of some conversations going on like, that was strange. What was that? Don't know. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna.
So we wait for a couple moments.
Yep.
Did they do anything other than just be confused?
No, they pretty much just otherwise stay where they are. They are definitely confused. Actually, the other thing that D you can probably see but not hear is again the guy sort of close to the top turns around to one of these guys behind him. Is like, it looks like he's sort of making the motions like, what should we do? Is the strange things going on. So there's some conversation happening there, a little sort of lower down that you can't quite hear. But yeah, for the moment, they're just sort of staying put.
All right.
It's a short-lived plan. If Talon could get a bit more healing, he'd totally be willing to just run in, distract some people. Ideally, some people with like longbows and crossbows, whatever, might be able to like take out some other people, but just hopefully draw some people out and just get the party started. I don't know.
Torok raises his hand and goes, perhaps there's a good way to use, and this is not the most honorable thought I've ever had, but they're dead. Do we have a cart?
Yeah, there's mine carts around.
So we pile their dead in one of the mine carts and we use it as movable cover. I should be strong enough to push it.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I'm okay with this.
Could be a thing.
Because if we move the mine cart to say, I'm going to see if I can create us there, then in theory we have partial cover or some cover from some of them and then can attack others.
Mm-hmm.
So it would literally be move the cart, fight, move the cart.
Oh, that was smell.
What's Jacob been setting things
And
on
we're
fire?
downwind.
Fire! Fire! I was muted when I made my suggestion. I realized also to the group. I suggested setting the cart of dead bodies on fire for no discernible reason, other than fire.
That's definitely an option.
I mean, at least if it gave some of the range folks cover, then at least that would kind of even the playing field. Obviously, there's at least one person there that if we put the cart there, they would still get a pretty good shot, but then we'd also get a good shot at them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could try that.
And, as a distraction, if Tor is already in there from pushing the cart, he could also rage and cause a different distraction.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't fall in the lava.
That's the plan.
Okay.
Okay, so how do you want to do this? You've got you pile some dead into carts. So, especially with Torok's height, do you want it to be like you can see over it at eye level?
Well, he's going to be crouched to push it. So as long as at a crouch, he gets cover. I think that's probably enough.
All right. And so it'll definitely be cover for you. Definitely sort of for one normal sized person behind you, and probably one small person behind that. Anybody else sort of around the sides might be a little bit more out to one side or another or that sort of thing. But you definitely have cover for. Yeah.
I'll be the small person in the backpack. So who's taking the middle?
So that would be sort of good cover. If you want other people around, they would have some cover, but not as good. Might be like half cover, that sort of thing. So
But that may mean the other teams can go this way once there's a distraction.
that's true.
Yeah, I'm more ranged, so I'd probably head around the back side of it.
The other way. All right. All right. So who's going in the frontline team?
I don't know if it's
Dark.
small
Yep.
enough for Talon to fit behind
Alright.
Turok.
So we'll call this the cart. There's a dead body. All right. So we got Torok, who's sort of pushing the cart, and I think Mint wanted to be the smaller person. I don't know if you did parchment rock shears with Gildy or not.
Oh wait, Gildy wants to go too.
Well, let's do it. If you want to do a range unit, maybe you should.
Yeah, that would be good.
You're better
Gildy's-
at shooting than I am, I will be honest.
Yeah, I have a very good bow.
And
Yeah.
Turok has 5 spears, so
Yeah. So Gildy, Mint, Gildy.
Gildy with the
All right.
cart.
And who's between Gildy and Torok? Who's the third regular sized member? And that would include Talon. You can be regular sized.
I mean, if we're going to be in a position where, like, if Torok's going to rage and go forward, then Talon can kind of do a similar, less ragey, but
All right.
engage. But I would say before we do that, or before we do anything, because we still have a bit of healing
Yep.
available, and I'm just looking at people's hit points. I would say that Jacob, and Gildy and Talon probably all use a little bit more.
Yep. And you still have 3 potions from the Lifestone water that would heal you just 5, and that's it. So you could take those.
And
Oh, weird. I'm at 20. I thought I was at 30. I should take some. I'll
All right.
take one of the 5s.
Okay.
Yeah, Gildy's down by 9 right now, so maybe she can take one of the 5s
Okay.
as well.
Talon is down 8.
Yeah.
There are 8 good berries, or you could take a potion. Doesn't really care.
Yeah, there are 8 good berries remaining. But if you take the potion, then you've got 8 good berries for other things.
Yes, it's true.
All right.
All right, I will take a potion if that's.
All right.
Uh,
I'm just going to bring the sort of other defenders out from their cover, if this is the plan we're going to follow. Oops, I got 2 of them in the same space. So 2 of them are more sort of melee-ish guys. There's weapons for them to use, but they're going to potentially stay back a little bit and just guard the prisoners that you've got. And otherwise sort of just take care of them. But there's 5 ranged guys that can still sort of come up and try and pick people off. All right, so we have a plan.
Yeah.
All right, so the cart gets to the corner, and almost instantly, Torok, you can hear like the thunk, 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 thunk of various missiles that are thudding into it. And you manage to sort of turn it and push around the corner, and you get to about there. All right. And since this is sort of a start of combat, let's have everybody roll initiative, and we'll see how things play out.
Before we do that, where does the other side
Sure.
get to?
Oh, how close do you want to get, I suppose,
yes.
before the distraction goes in?
Not too close.
yeah,
Alright.
in any cover, I presume.
Yeah, roughly where Ranu is, you figure that's you wouldn't want to get any closer than that, or else you're probably going to start to be in line of sight for some of these guys.
About there-ish.
Oh yeah, you're well back at that point. Yeah. All right. And Leon,
I position myself where I want to be.
currently you're in a wall.
I want to be in a wall.
Are you walking up the wall?
I mean, I could be.
All right.
Fine. I'll be there.
All right. That's good. All right. So I'm gonna roll. Yes. So initiative for those 2. I'm gonna roll initiative for all of the enemies. Yeah. So that would be 1, 2, and so there we go. All right. So yes, everyone rolling initiative. Okay, that's a decent little spread. Right. Okay. So 20 or above. Anybody 20 or above?
23.
23, I believe, is the highest.
Talon's got 20.
Talon got 20. 23.
Jacob's
Okay.
got 19.
Where am I looking here? These guys here. All right. So 23 is sorry, mint. Yes.
Guilty.
23.
23 is Gildy.
Oh, Gildy. All right, and 20 was Talon.
Mhm.
19 was Jacob. Anybody have 18?
17 is mint.
All right. He is 17. That's these guys. Okay. 17 is mint. Anybody else 15 or above?
Torok is the next at 10.
All right. 15, so and Korok is the next at 10. Korok. I don't know where I got that from. Who odds? All right, so I've done you and you and you. Okay, so below 10, who do we have left?
Ranu has a 9.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Torok has a 10. Ranu has a 9.
Leon has a 5.
Leon has a 5.
Yep, I'm back to my typical initiative rolls now.
Leon, give me just a straight d20 roll. Eight. Okay. Okay, lots of people in there, but a bunch of them aren't going to be going right away. So, you get the couch to the corner. You start to turn the corner. Gildy, you're up first. You probably, if you like, darted forward to where Torok is and sort of peeked around and then darted back, which you have enough movement to do. As long as you don't end in someone else's square, you're fine. You could see if you could hit somebody.
Yeah, I would like. Yeah, I would like to do that. See if I can try to dart forward and.
All right. At a sort of a quick glance, you've had a bit of a description of how things are, but at a quick glance, first guy you probably see is the one who's sort of undercover over there. You could probably see a bit of this guy back here. Again, they both have a decent amount of cover. Which one of those would you like to go for?
The closer guy.
Okay.
All right.
Wow. So 25, 11, and 15 for 7, 5, and 13. Okay. Okay. That is still good enough. So actually only the first one hits because of the cover he's behind, but that's still enough to kill him.
Wow. Cool.
Yep. These guys don't have a lot of hit points. Oh, that's strange. Oh, that's slightly annoying. All right, this is going to seem strange. There we go. I can't get to the little option to put the X on him when he's so close to the edge. Okay, so yeah, you
stumbled forward, dying,
and then backward again.
Yes. Just to be like, "Hey, I'm dead," and then
very
fell back.
Shakespearean death of that fellow. Yes. All right. Talon, you saw sort of Gildy dart forward and shoot something and come back. You're sort of just at the corner where you can peer around. I don't think you have a. Do you have a ranged weapon? Do you can use at this point? Oh,
I used to. It's gone for a while. It will come back.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Talon is going to basically probably hold his initiative for this round until the cart gets a little bit closer. He's got a bit of a better view, and then he'll probably pounce at, the next person that presumably Torok doesn't go for.
Okay. All right. And I'm going to add somebody into initiative here. No. Doesn't quite go before Gildy, but yes, the fairy dragon, who I did say was going to be with you, turns invisible and is doing something. I'm going to put him in a wall for now. Okay. Jacob, again, you see sort of people moving around. The things are sort of starting to get into place. Do you want to move a little bit closer? Do you want to stay where you are?
Yeah, I'll move up a little bit.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'm thinking heading about. Here.
Sure. All right. Oh, that's the other people I didn't roll for. We'll just put them at the end. Yeah, there we go. And they'll move at that point. What did these guys do? You pretty much everybody at the front and maybe some of you at the back who are sort of hearing some echoes around, hear a relatively sort of loud shout from the back of this group. You think it's some of these sort of more leader types saying, just hold your position, keep firing, don't let them spook you, we can work through this. Yep. Otherwise they don't seem to be doing anything other than encouraging their troops. Mint.
Okay, I'm going to, if I can, move double pace.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and that should take me to about here.
Yep.
And I don't think anybody's in range of me at this point anyways, and I should probably wait for the cart to attack first anyhow.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right. Yep. So, Torok,
Okay.
what is your AC +5?
+5 is 21.
Two more thunks into the cart. And it's your turn.
I believe the closest yellow guy I could try a long range throw of a spear.
Sure. Yeah, doesn't hit. Yeah, it sort of bounces off the rock in front of him. And let's say you could probably move half your speed with this cart. How far forward do you want to try and push it?
Well, ultimately what we want to do is end where it will stop being useful.
Yeah.
So end about here where it'll still allow us to go across the bridge when we're ready to.
Looking around the cart a little bit, you do notice there's sort of a relatively large rock just before the bridge. You don't know if you'll be able to get the cart around that. It's got relatively high clearance. Sort of the wagon wheels on the side of it. You're not quite sure if you'll be able, or if you're going to scrape on the bottom of it, or otherwise sort of stop there. But yeah, 10, 15. Give me a strength, athletics check. Give me an athletics check.
Okay. Second.
And we'll say you get to there. Talon was waiting to move. So essentially that would be your action to move up if you're okay with that.
Yep.
All right.
7. So 22.
So you grind over this rock. You're pretty sure this card's not going to be usable after this, and the bottom is probably ripping open. But you think you'll be able to get it that sort of extra square forward that you want to get it. All right. So Talon, you moved up. Ranu, are you going to do anything?
Ranu's just going to basically relay to me everything that's happening.
Yep.
So that I know what's happening.
All right. And Leon, you gonna do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit these guys with sleep.
All right, so that group back there.
Yep.
I'm assuming you've measured the distance and all that sort of stuff.
So it's 90 feet, and it just says a square of my choice.
All right.
With range.
Yeah,
So-
and I'm assuming you're casting it from Ranu, so
No, my plan was to cast it from me.
Because Rano can see, but
Yeah,
I think it's gotta
I'm
be
aware
near
of
you.
where it is. I know they're within range.
all right. Just give me an intelligence check. All right. You're because you can cast from your familiar, right?
Only touch spells.
Oh, all right. That would be why.
Yeah, I'm specifically going with spells that don't say space you can see.
Okay.
It's like I know where it is. It's also
Well, yeah. So you know roughly where it is, and you're trying to do sort of the math in your head to sort of figure out like I need to be roughly sort of this distance away over here, and trying to sort of make sense of it on both sides. You think you'll have a decent guess at sort of putting it in the right spot, but it might be slightly off given sort of you're sort of casting without really knowing. Like you can see it through Ranu, and you can sort of know where you are, but you're not 100% certain of knowing that it's exactly sort of across from where you are, sort of thing.
okay. Yeah, but it's a 20-foot radius, so I figure chances are good I'll still be able to hit.
All right.
that.
Give me a D12 roll. I know. I asked for the strangest things.
But don't forget, in this game, you could just say, I want a D9, and it would work.
Yes.
Okay.
8. All right. Oh, that was pretty much the best possible roll you could do.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a 20-foot radius.
Yes.
All right. I think you're gonna miss. 20-foot radius sphere or cube?
It's within 20 feet of a point. So
All right.
Radius.
Yeah. So sphere. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say that guy's not quite in range, but those guys are. Okay. So lowest hit points first.
Yeah.
Give me the roll.
okay, I'm gonna see if I can do this. Yeah. Nope, that's not right. Oh well. Oh,
Okay.
so many ones.
So what you can see from Ranu's vision is
So
this
I'm not
guy?
I'm not actually able to see through Ranu's eyes at this time. That's
Okay.
So I just
Alright.
when setting things up, I had seen through Ranu's eyes to get an idea of what was going on.
Yep.
Ranu then informs me things have changed, or things are exactly the same, or this person is down, that kind of thing.
Yep.
So that
Yep. You hope it went off well. And what sort of Talon and Tora can see is this fellow here is definitely sort of slumped behind the rock that he was hiding behind. All right. Yep. They're gonna do that. That's there. Is he gonna risk it? No. But this guy is gonna move forward. I am gonna move that dead guy forward a bit just so some other people can move in. All right. So there is another 21. You said, Torok?
Yep. You're muted.
Correct.
Oh, okay. There's a heavy crossbow bolt that like comes and tears through one of the guys that's like just at the top of the card and like just misses your head. And all of the allies decide, yeah, let's move up. We can do this now. So they're going to keep low and sort of double move. Let me sort of quickly figure out how far they can go. So if they're moving like 60, oh, they could get all the way over there. So yeah. So these guys are going to keep low, and sort of there's a bit of rock here that they're hiding behind to sort of move up a little bit, but they are otherwise not attacking
Oh, those guys.
yet. You will be able to move through them if you would like to. Yep. All right. Okay. How fast do you move? 60 feet. So you were here. Okay. So you're about there. All right. 1 moment while I do this. Believe that is high enough. Yep. Yep. All right. Again, Torok and Talon, you see your little fairy dragon friend pop into existence about there, way up at the top, and breathe on some of the guys there, and then go invisible again.
Cool.
So that's roughly, I'll leave him where he sort of last was. And yeah.
Nice.
All right. Gildy.
Sorry about that. I was chewing. So Gildy is going to move forward with the cart.
Yep.
And just be behind.
Yep.
Talon there.
You can sort of see a guy over here again.
Okay. I will attempt to shoot at him with my bow.
All right. How good of a line of sight do you have at that point? I'll give him half cover. Okay. 26 and 13. I think the 26 hits and the 13 will not. Okay, so 10 damage is nice. But this guy is a bit bigger, and he does not go down right away. But yeah, that's a significant hit for him. He sort of takes it and flinches back a little bit. Talon.
All right. Talon is, because he can also see this person.
Yep.
And with 40 movement, how difficult is it to get around to this thing?
Not too hard. I'll say it will give you, it'll take an extra square of movement.
Okay.
But that's it.
fair. So assuming you can go 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yep.
25, 30, 35, 40, I can end up exactly there.
Okay. Now, when you get to 20, and I'm just going to move you up to where 20 is.
Sure.
Because I think you see a little bit more.
Oh, hey, look at that.
There's a guy right there with a ready crossbow that is sort of ready and misses you, luckily. But yeah, there's that guy there as an alternate option, if you'd like.
Okay, well, given that it would probably, stop as his momentum is to go to the right. But if he sees that guy, he would probably lose another, square of movement. But I think he's got enough that he can maybe go here.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And then he's going to try and punch this guy.
All right.
Does Talon see what's across the bridge?
Oh, yep. So yes, you can also see. Now that you've got a good look, you can see that there's definitely another guy in there.
Oh yeah.
And another guy here, but he's sleeping.
Okay, good. Sleepy guy.
And actually, you got a decent line of sight to see another guy there.
Uh-oh.
What about directly north?
Directly north. Yeah. You can see the entrance to that sort of final cave. At the
I mean,
top.
like directly north, right across the little bridge.
Sorry.
Okay.
I thought that was revealed. I couldn't see it. Yes. There we go.
All right. Great. All right. So Talon's gonna try to punch this guy.
All right. Oh yeah, that's a hit.
Excellent.
And you can take a bonus action. So last time we were talking about how you do your full
I
thing.
reread it. Yeah, the
Yeah.
unarmed strike means that if I use the attack action to use an unarmed or whatever strike, I
Yep.
can do a second unarmed strike for free.
As a
or
bonus
I could
action.
use a key point
Yep.
and do 2 unarmed strikes.
Correct.
So I'm not going to use the key point for that because I'm
Yep.
going to reserve that for the dodge action at the end of my turn. But I am going to punch again.
All right.
But this time I miss.
Yeah, not good enough. The first one, you hit him nice and square, and he's sort of right behind right at a rock wall. He sort of bounces his head off of it, and it actually slumps down a little bit, so that your next one just goes a little bit wide. You don't sort of hit the wall or anything, but just go just over his head, and yeah, don't quite hit him. But yeah, you are engaged with that guy. Jacob, you can hear sort of a bit of fighting around the corner. There's definitely stuff going on. What would you like to do?
Whereabouts would I need to be? I can kind of see the commotion that's happening here. Oh, here. I have to do that.
Press and hold. There you go. Yeah.
And be on the selector tool.
Yeah. There's a bit of a corner of that wall where Gildy is in the way from where you are. To get a good line of sight on that guy, you can like barely see him. He's have a lot of cover from if you're trying to fire from where you are. You could try and get up sort of behind Gildy, sort of poke around and go back, or you could go around to where the guys down below are and try to.
I think I'm going to do a double movement.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 5, 10, 20, 25. So this is my max. My maximum is about here.
Yep.
So I think that's a decent spot. I'm going to.
All right.
There.
Yep. So yeah, you can definitely see, this guy over here who might have line of sight to you. That guy's sleeping, and these guys definitely would be blocked by their wall. You're pretty much full cover from them.
Okay.
So yeah. All right. Are they going to do anything? They did just see a fairy dragon pop in and say hi. Yep.
You should also check out the ninja way. I put everyone's character colors around their portrait.
Oh.
Except for Talon, who's green, and that's the color of the mat, so I can't.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I need to find my spiritual weapon. It was a trap. Okay, so a spiritual weapon is summoned. Well, in fact, 2 spiritual weapons are summoned. And hacking. Oh, where'd the other one go? There we go. I need to move it over there. They are going to swing wildly at the spot where the fairy dragon was.
Don't hurt him.
Don't seem to connect with anything. But they do have their spiritual weapons out now. All right. Where am I? Mint.
Huzzah! So I can move through our allies, though, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna just follow up behind Jacob. I could take more steps, but what the heck? I'll just go in front of him so that I can shoot my bow off at some of these guys.
Yep.
So I'm gonna roll for that.
Yeah. So the guy you'd probably easiest be able to see is that guy up there.
Okay. Boom.
And you've got a
I don't believe that connects.
11.
Only
No.
11. No.
Let me double check. No, their AC is 12. Yeah. You're using. Oh, yeah, right. You're using your.
My
crossbow.
handheld crossbow.
All right. This would be in your disadvantage range. I think
okay.
its regular range is 30 feet. So.
So
And there-
no wonder I miss.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Fair.
All right. Nope, he's still not going to do anything. Cultist. All right, so you fired at the cultist. Cultist is going to fire at you, Mint. That
Sure.
might hit. +4 is 19.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. I'm actually going to give you a little bit of cover because there is some rocks around and you're relatively small. What's your AC +2?
It would be 18.
Okay, still hits. All right, come on. There we go. 5 damage.
Okay.
I say there we go because last session, whenever I rolled a D8, it would roll inevitably a 7 or an 8. I could not roll anything lower than that. Okay.
Which,
Yeah. And that's it for them. The rest are asleep. Torok.
All right. So just looking at 2d6. All right. So Torok is going to move forward.
Yep. So you're going to move the cart onto the.
Well, actually, I think he's going to leave the cart here for Gildy to hide behind.
Yep.
And he will move forward.
Okay.
What is my range for that? 30. Perfect. So if Torok moves here.
Yep.
He is then going to breathe lightning down to the 2 in front.
Nice.
And I actually don't have. So this is a Dex save on their part.
All right. Straight roll. What's the DC?
13.
Oh, one of them just makes it with a 13. Well, the other one fails.
Okay, and that would be for 10 damage.
Nice. So this guy takes 5. This guy takes 10.
Nice.
Yep. You breathe down there. They definitely were not expecting that. And yeah, both look a little sort of singed and frazzled. You have probably a little bit more movement. It probably took you 5, 10, 20 to get to there. So you have like 10 feet of movement if you wanted to go somewhere.
There's not really anywhere to go, so I think he's
All right. You are sort of out in the open, though. You could try and get to like here and be at least behind this sort of rock formation.
Okay, yeah, he'll move forward then. I'll
All right.
move him forward.
All right. Ranu doing anything?
I guess we could move to like here.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, actually, at this point, Torok is going to use his free action to rage.
Nice.
He's far enough away from folks that he thinks it's safe. So that means, hold on, let me bring up that page. Wild Surge, I think that's a
D10?
D8.
All right.
So let's see what happens. Ooh. Oh, nice. All right. So at this point,
I can't see it, so I don't know.
so this is you just notice he's got the axe in his hand, and it is black with shadows.
Ooh.
Nice.
So yes, a bunch of shadows sort of come out from all manner again because this is sort of dim light around with this lava is sort of coming or sucked out from corners and nooks and crannies and gather around or swirling around the head of the axe. Nice. All right.
Mint, should we get close to them when that happens?
no. Gildy might be too close.
All right. These two guys right in front of Torok, despite the fact that they're relatively close, they have their crossbows in hand. They're going to use those. First guy is going to be a nice clean shot. That is a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. Next guy, since he's sort of behind the first guy, you're actually going to have a little bit of cover from that. And that's going to miss. Does not hit the other guy. It wasn't that bad. But all right. So one hit from a heavy crossbow does... just 6 points of damage. And that's it for them. Allies. All right. The allies sort of pop up This guy's going to move to here. I'm just going to double check their range on things. But they're using light crossbows, which has a range of 80. So, yep. Yep. Yeah, those guys are in range. Okay, so there's 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll say those 2 are firing at that guy. All right. That is a bunch of horrible rolls. 1 of the 5 is above a 10. And does that one? Yep. That one shot is good enough to take this guy down because he does not have a lot of hit points. Oh, really? There we go. So that cultist goes down from one of those shots. However, all of the shots at the zealot across the way, or the fanatic, sorry, across the way, seem to miss, as that guy has a little bit of cover, but also just they didn't have great shots. And does Gerlaz get his breath weapon back? He does not. What else is he going to try and do for fun? Yeah, sure, that seems like fun. Let me just quickly find a orcs, goblins. Kobold, goblin. Boom. All right, a goblin appears in this spot and is screaming and shouting at the 2 fanatics that are in front of it, and also Gerlaz appears probably over here somewhere, sort of snickering, and then goes invisible again. Guilty.
Oh, sorry, Dee, did you have a question?
Yeah, I think you skipped me that turn.
Oh, sorry, I did. Yes, Leon.
Sorry, that's because I interrupted. I apologize.
No, fine. All right, I'm just gonna double move to get down here.
Yep.
I'm gonna be on the wall.
Nice. All right. All right. So yes, guilty.
Okay. So I guess now that a little bit, is that
Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Kurt
I think
is still there?
Hello.
we can hear you now.
Hello?
We missed everything you
Oh.
said.
Okay. So Gildy would like to move up to the cart.
Yep.
That's what's at the bridge, right? Yeah.
Yep.
And then she
You've
still
gotta-
has a shot at the second, the red guy there. Yeah.
Yep.
So she is going to use her bow.
Okay. Oh, yes. That's going to hit twice and take him out.
Nice.
Oh,
Cool.
right. I have to move him over here so that I can. Come on. And then move him back. Okay. Yeah, he is gone. You have a little bit more movement if you wanted to, but you're otherwise behind cover. So,
No, I think I'll stay here for now.
all right, Talon. Oh, I forgot to have that guy go last time.
Well, I was wondering about that, so
Yeah.
have him go because he should have.
All right, so he drops his crossbow, picks up his mace. So you remember how last time the guy you were fighting kept, losing his weapons?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it's a similar sort of thing. He picks up his mace and smashes at you. You duck easily out of the way, and he hits the wall to one side, and the head of the mace just sort of goes smashed and rolling off, and he's left with a stick in his hand. Getting a bit of deja vu. All right.
We went to the same fighting school.
Yes.
That's right, yes.
And now it's your turn.
Same master. Nice.
What would you like to do?
Hopefully be slightly more successful than that.
I hope so.
Talon is going to punch them. Hopefully. Maybe.
You
Good
can
try.
do it. Oh, yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Still looking like he's doing well. He could take a couple more hits, maybe.
Well, let's see if we can change
Yeah.
that. No, pretty much the same back to back. Yeah.
Yep. And it's the same sort of thing. You hit him the once, and then you try to account for it this time, but he actually managed to dodge a little bit out of the way. Don't quite hit him the second time around.
No.
All right. Not going to use the key point.
Because other people didn't seem to attack him last time, he's going to not.
Fanatic. They've got a thing in front of them now. So number one is going to move his weapon over here and attack where Fairy Dragon was. Oh, well, if he could knock the head off of a spiritual weapon, he might do that. The other one is going to move his spiritual weapon up here to sort of attack where that goblin is. The weapon goes right through the goblin because it's an illusion. And they start ignoring the goblin that's jumping up and down in front of him. I'm just going to quickly put little auras around these spiritual weapons so I can roughly see where they are because they're hard to see. There we go. Okay. Mint.
Okie dokie.
Okie ducky.
I'm not a duck. Okay. There I am.
We're in a dungeon. Where's our duck in a dungeon?
Duck in a dungeon.
Wait, you may have skipped over me.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Sorry. There's a lot of people here. Jacob, sorry. Keep going.
I just remembered
you'll come back to
she
me
went
eventually.
after me last time. I'm like,
Yes.
wow, she's accelerating her initiative.
I was wondering why you got to me so soon. Now it makes sense.
Okay, I think I'm gonna move up about here.
Yep.
And I think I have line of sight to maybe this dude.
Yeah. You do.
Perfect. Attack!
No, yeah, that definitely hits. Wow.
Uh,
Yep. He takes a full-on hit to the chest.
Nice.
Like big scorch mark. He is not happy about that. Still looks like he's sort of doing okay, toughness-wise, but yeah, definitely not happy. Nice sort of burned mark in his chest. No, Mint.
Okie dokie. So I'm going to move up to just behind, just there. I just have a bit of rock for cover, and I can fire out towards an enemy if I'm close enough. Is it within the 30?
That guy's asleep.
Oh, that guy's asleep. Never mind then.
Yeah.
Are they both asleep already?
So this guy and this guy are both asleep.
Okay, but the purple guys behind them are not.
Are not correct.
Okay, and that's probably still too far away to get a shot without disadvantage, right?
Correct. You'd have to move a little bit closer. You'd have to be standing right at the edge of the lava.
Seems like a safe idea.
But I think I might be brave enough to do it. That puts me in range?
Yeah, just did you have enough movement to get there? You were about here before?
Yeah.
5,
So
10,
1, 2.
20. Yep, you could get there.
Okay, so I will get there and then I
All
will
right.
open fire.
All right. Living dangerously.
Very dangerously. And that is too dangerous. That
All
was
right.
horrible. I hate this die.
You bring up your little hand crossbow and you fire, but then you sort of lose your footing. You're like, oh crap, lava. And you shoot right into the lava.
That is fair.
And
That
a
is
little
fair.
of it sort of splashes up on you. Not a whole lot, but you do take 4 points of damage.
It's like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. I had determined previously that splash damage from lava, if it came up and this was going to be 5d10 damage, since this was just a mishap that happened while you were rolling, I rolled the d6 to be nice.
Oh, okay. So, but 4 damage.
So don't
Okay.
go swimming in the lava.
No.
Well, yes, submerged in lava is 10d10 damage, so definitely don't go swimming in the lava.
Wait,
Wow.
wait, hey.
Oh, God.
If someone was
That's
feeling
dangerous.
heroic, they could do a cannonball like here and take out everyone.
Yep.
I just love how I was like earlier to Torok, like, don't fall into the lava, and here I am shooting into it and like brushing it off.
You were just testing it. Make sure it's as dangerous as you thought.
Do as I say, not as I do.
And again, Torok looks at you, goes, "Not that kind of dragon."
I never said you were.
And it is indeed Torok's turn next.
So Torok is going to throw the axe at the
Oh.
individual in front, which is going to do psychic damage because of the mode it's in.
Yep.
A critical one, the nudge pushes Mint into the lava.
Oh, please no.
I'm just like,
Out of my way, little one. Pushes you. No. All right, that will hit. Yeah, you throw the axe, and it tumbles end over end, hits him solidly in the chest for 14 points of damage, which I'm going to say takes him out. He jumps past you to die, and then jumps back while dead.
Dramatic.
Yes.
And then I will move up the 30 spaces, which put me to where the image of this guy is.
The goblin?
Yep.
Yep.
And then the axe reappears in my hand.
Thunk. Yep. And just for fun's sake, I'm just going to make this guy disappear. Because they know he's a image now, and you're standing in the middle of him, so yeah, he's not as much of a distraction as he was. Ranu.
Honor just relays to me everything that is occurring.
Yep. And Leon.
All right.
People have been taking damage.
All right. So really, I'm not going to be able to see this dude.
No.
So really, it's kind of just maybe this dude. If I move here, then I could target him with my longbow, right?
Yeah. I'll say for the sake of simplicity, you probably move out to like here for a good shot, but then can move back under cover at the end of your turn with extra movement.
Okay.
All right.
Then I'm up on the wall.
Oh yeah, you're gonna come around and just sort of, yep, fire. That, unfortunately does not quite hit. It would have hit one of the lower guys, but these guys have an armor class of 13. So yeah, it like thunks into his armor, but you don't think it pierced it.
Okay.
And then you move back around the corner.
Yep.
Down. Are they going to? Nope, they're not going to. Allies. Yeah, there's now, there isn't really any rules for firing into melee with this particular system, so they're going to try and fire all around Torok to get to that guy up there. Well, they can, they don't really have a shot at that guy, but they're going to all aim for that one guy and see if they can help to bring him down. All right, 5 shots. You just need to hit an AC of 13. Well, they did a little better than last time. That's their bonus. Yep, 3 hits. All right. Where's my, okay, so 6, and 4. So 16 damage. Which with this guy, not quite enough, but he's really hurt. All right. And what is the friendly neighborhood fairy dragon going to try to do this round? First, does he get his breath weapon back? He does. All right. Luckily, he only targets one person, so there wouldn't be any fear of Torok being in the way. He's going to try and breathe on. Actually, he's going to come around and see that this one guy's here. He's going to try and breathe on the other guy. Yes. Okay. That seems to affect that guy. He sort of, his eyes sort of dilate, and he's like, oh. Yep. And Jerlaz goes invisible. All right. And disappears off somewhere. Gildy.
Okay. Let's see. So I can't really see any enemies right now, right?
This guy. You can still sort of
Oh
see.
yeah. Can I shoot at him without risking hitting Torok?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you roll a natural one, I will roll a chance that something might happen, but meh.
Okay.
That'll be low chance.
I am going to use my bow then, as usual.
Oh, yeah, he is very hurt to the point of death.
That is very hurt.
That is very good.
The ultimate hurt.
Yes.
Yep. You drop him. And you have a bunch of movement left if you'd like to try and go somewhere.
Yeah. The guy who is next to him, can I see him?
He's kind of behind a bit of a wall there. I'm going to say that you can just see him, but he's going to have significant cover. His AC is going to be a lot higher.
Okay. If I
but you-
moved forward just to like here, like at the
Yeah.
end of that bridge, would that be better?
That would be a lot better. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to move there then.
All right. All right. And that's sort of preparing for next round.
Yep.
Talon. Oh, did I forget the
I was gonna say,
grunts
let's-
again?
let's
I
not
keep
get-
forgetting this guy. All right. Let's see if he can roll another natural one. Nope, he did not, but he still missed.
Yay! Cool. All right.
Also, he got out his glaive to try and hit you with, and you're really in close. He's like, and then trying to use a big, yeah.
Yep. Nice.
Actually, he might have just been trying to hit you with the, stick of his
Just the key end.
mace or
the
just his
mace.
fists at that point. Yeah, we'll see. All right. But yes, you can go and definitely punch him.
All right. I will try.
You can do it. Yep. First one as always.
Excellent.
He's starting to look a lot more hurt. You think maybe one more punch might take him down. Maybe this time you can do 2 in a row.
Unlikely, but I'll try.
You can do it.
That's it.
Yes.
Yay. And the crowd goes wild.
Such low expectations.
Punch
Yep.
him to death in the corner.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And you've got a bunch of movement if you'd like to use it.
All right. I guess. If a free action would be kind of like just swiveling my head to look behind me to make sure that all the people over here seem to be taken care of.
Yep.
I think that was the direction I was going to go. So yeah, if I was trying to go and kind of ziggle around, there's no good spot for cover up there, but maybe I'll try to just sneak right about there.
That corner. That's got decent cover from that room up at the top. So yeah.
At least, yeah, I figured the people that can hit me are the only people I can see.
Nice.
All right.
All right. Let's actually go in order. After Talon is Jacob.
Well, let's do a full move first. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I get to here.
Yep.
And I see this guy. I guess is the only thing that's really in front of me right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Firebolt in his face.
Firebolt in face.
Maybe not.
That's his AC.
Ah, nice.
Firebolt in the face.
Firebolt in the face. He, oddly, nice singed face, is still sort of like, oh, everything is wonderful. He is completely out of it.
I'm going to yell out, "Great job, Jerry!"
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7. Oh, yes. Thank you. fate gods. Okay, so this guy, on his turn, actually, I should quickly double check. Oh no, no, no!
How many things are happening?
I know. I didn't actually say what's happening, but
There was an entire story there. It was hope and then loss.
was.
And we know none of it.
So
What happened?
So what happened is he gets a choice not a choice. He has a roll, and 1 to 4 he moves in a random direction. 5 or 6 he gets another saving throw. I just rolled for his random direction first, and he was going to run 30 feet in that direction.
Aw.
But he actually rolled a 5 or a 6 and made his saving throw. So now he is no longer euphoric. And is very upset that his face is singed. And he still cannot do anything. Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't actually do anything else on his turn. His entire turn was just making that saving throw. Only! That would have been so good. Oh, all right. I get over the disappointment. Mint.
Okay, and we still have one purple guy left alive.
Well, the other two are asleep. They will come back to life.
That's true.
Well, as I recall, Leon was killing some people in their sleep last time. Do we want to take any prisoners?
I believe somebody said initially that you were not necessarily trying to kill everybody.
Yeah, because
so-
what I will do is I think there's enough of us that we will easily kill the last guy. So I'm going to move up here and I'm going to start tying up the
Okay.
two, so that they can be prisoners and we can maybe interrogate them, find out maybe more about their organization.
That's good.
All right.
I will say that for this turn, you can bind one of them.
I have rope.
And I need to move him over here. Oops, nope, that's just stretching him out. That was strange. So that I can move the little bound signal on him. All right, it's hard to see, but there's a little thing there saying he's bound. Actually, and I think what I did for some of the other guys was I put them in red. All right, so yes, he's got a bunch of stuff saying he is otherwise incapacitated. How smart is the guy? He's moderately smart. He's hearing things going on. Is he gonna do anything? Yep. All right. Torok. You still have a guy right in front of you.
Yep, axe.
Are you going to ask him a question?
Oh, yeah. So that's a natural 20, and that's the first amount of damage is 7. And then that's with the +7. So the other one, do they both get the plus?
No, just the first one.
Okay, so the other one's just a straight D12 then.
Yep.
Just a D12.
Pitiful D12.
Of course, now that we said that, it's going to roll a 1.
No.
Or a 12!
Oh, he is very dead. Yeah, that's 26 damage in one hit. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Right after Mint's like, we're not going to kill everybody, right? I'm going to start tying these up. Bash.
Well, the funny part is it's psychic damage. So the blade just goes through him, and looks like his head, his eyes just roll back, and he falls over.
His head is finally cleared,
Yeah.
and then,
Oh.
then you just clear it of everything.
Yep.
Can anyone in this group see ahead of us into whatever this room is?
Oh, Torok is only using regular light, but Mint might be able to now. She's got a decent line in. Sorry, I'm just going to check one thing really quick.
In my dark vision.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, so 60-foot dark vision gets you... Yeah, you can see all the way into that cave. So...
Cave of Wonders.
Hey, look who's there.
That's where Jerlas is going to be on his next turn. I was just putting him there to figure some stuff out. He's not actually there yet, and he's also invisible, so you don't see him. But what you do see is 4 people. and you're just seeing the edges of them because they're sort of off to the sides, but they definitely seem to be ready to attack anybody who comes into that sort of single square where Jerlaz is at the moment, and sort of, gang up on people as they come into that room.
Big guys, medium build.
3 big guys and 1 in sort of robes that looks more like the sort of cleric-y fellows that you've been fighting otherwise, the purple guys.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'll relay that to the team. There's 4 people in the room up ahead. One of them looks like a potential spellcaster, and the others are big guys.
Yep. And you assume one of the big guys or the spellcaster is the leader. Not quite sure. All right. So yes, essentially what I said was you assume one of them is the leader because that would be all the people in the room. And that was just Torak who went. Ranu. You can probably get a little bit closer if you like. Yep.
Now he's got 120-foot dark vision. Does he see anything additional of you?
Given that slightly different angle, I will reveal a tiny bit more. But yeah, there's the back of the cave is there. You're not seeing anything beyond that sort of 10 feet in.
Okay. Like how, is this a tiny room?
It sort of goes wide. It goes in either direction, but not back.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Is he going to do anything now that people are starting to get a little bit closer? Yes, he is. Give me a sec. Ranu, are you using Ranu's senses, or is Ranu conveying things?
Ranu's just conveying things.
All right, Ranu is going to potentially convey a message, depending on what this looks like. One sec. If there's a visual element to this or not. Yes, there is a visual element to this. That person who's sort of greenish in the back, that's the, you can only see a slice of them. I'll reveal a little bit more of them just to be nice. So that guy there.
The wizard.
So that's the spellcaster of some sort, casts a spell and is instantly surrounded in a decent radius. In fact, it comes out to probably as far as there or so. Motes of sort of fiery shadow that sort of swirl around him.
Cool.
Yep. Yeah. Jacob. Does Jacob have any sort of line of sight on that? Yeah. Jacob, you'd probably be able to see at least some of this effect if you're looking in that direction. You could give me an Arcana check.
I think I will do that. 23.
Oh, yeah. That was a clerical spell called Spirit Guardians, which protects them and attacks anybody who gets close.
I relay the information.
And how do we stop from getting attacked by it?
That is an excellent question. Spirits protect you, but
Just wait it out.
I'm going to
How
say
long does
it
it
is
last?
bad.
yeah.
10 minutes, it is bad.
So while you're in that area, your speed is halved.
And if you fail saving throw, you take 3d8 damage.
Yeah. Wisdom saving throw, 3d8 damage.
Save for half.
Half as much damage. Yep.
Ooh. Assuming it hasn't been heightened.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep. So yeah, that is not good. You don't want to get too close to that guy. Leon.
Ask them really nicely if they'll come out here to fight.
Can any of the dudes that are with us tell me how wide that room is?
Are you gonna wake up the ones that Mint is binding?
No, we've got
Or
our
the two other guys.
we've got our
Oh,
friend.
yeah, you got your friends with you, your allies. Yeah, if you call over to them and sort of ask in the back, they'll say that it's roughly sort of from the entrance. So again, if you're looking at the entrance from the angle you're currently looking at it, it's roughly about a 10-foot sort of area on the one side and about a 20-foot long, 10 feet wide area on the left-hand side. So 10 feet, roughly circular, 20 by 10 feet on the other side.
Okay.
In fact, since you've pretty much seen these guys now and you've got a rough description of the room, for simplicity's sake, boom, there you go.
Okay.
I'll
Cool.
give you one guess what the little glowy thing is in the corner. All right. What would you like to do?
I'm going to double move to get over to here, unless
I'm gonna move the dead guy
unless
off you. Yeah.
investigation, like unless on the way there it looks like this is not open, in which case I will not go there.
No, that's a fully open passageway. I will reveal that.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go. All right.
Cool. And I will go there.
All right. They have been told to stay put. No, they've been told to. Yeah. Torok. There's a couple bolts coming out from inside of that room towards you. One misses. The other one's a 17.
That'll hit.
Okay. For 1 point of damage. I am rolling pathetically.
Which I take half of.
Yes.
Rolled up to 1, right?
Yes. Fortunately, you still take some damage, but yes, you take half of 1, which rounds up to 1. And the allies all move forward and just kind of sort of double move. What does that get them? Roughly 60 feet. Yes, they'll all sort of roughly join you up in that area as you figure out sort of what you're going to be doing next. I'll say a couple go sort of over here. And
If we can retcon it on my way over to here, I will just mention in Draconic that them being there is not a problem.
who being where?
The enemies being where they are is not a problem.
Okay, all right.
I will call to people in Draconic, hoping that the enemies can't understand us, but at least our very frontline fighter can
Yes.
understand me.
All right. So yes, enemies aren't a problem. All right. So
It is not a problem.
I did pre-roll this, and that's why Jerlaz was up in that thing. Jerlaz flew into that area. He picked who he thought was the biggest, toughest guy and breathed on him, and that guy failed a saving throw. So that is Jerlaz's turn. Jerlaz then goes invisible and ends up somewhere else. So yeah, the leader currently is euphoric. We'll see how long he stays that way.
All right.
Gildy.
Okay. So is there any good angle into that little area without like storming in?
Where you are, you probably have the best possible angle if you're going to try and fire in, but it's going to be a really tough shot. Try it.
Yeah, might as well try.
And who do you want to go for? Green guy or red guy? Green guy is the spellcaster.
Okay, I'm gonna go for him then.
On roll high. That is not high enough, unfortunately. So yeah, it sort of pings off a couple of the walls as it goes in, and you don't manage to get that shot off into him. You can move if you'd like. You are at a decent angle where you are, but yeah, if you want to eventually get closer, you will need to move. Oh, this spiritual weapon should be gone.
I'll stay here for now.
All right. Talon.
Talon's gonna kind of talk to Jacob and to say, so how long is this thing supposed to last?
It'll only hurt you once.
Hmm.
It'll last 10 minutes, and it's only going to hurt you once.
That might be enough.
It hurts. You will feel the power of necromancy burrowing into your skull.
That is not true. It will not hurt
That is
you
not
just once.
true. What?
So it's when you enter the area or start your turn in the area.
Oh, well.
All right, now that Jacob has clarified what he was saying earlier,
It's not that bad, and when I say that, I mean it's horrible.
I mean, it is bad often.
Oh, I missed the starts its turn there.
Yeah.
Okay, it's really bad. Don't go in.
All right. Hey, Leon. Remember that flaming sphere you were talking about earlier? Maybe now's a good time for that. Talon's just gonna stay hidden.
Yeah.
Or
You're gonna ready in action in case somebody comes running out of the hallway.
if somebody comes running out past that moat of
Yep.
darkness and swirly whatever, then yes, he will charge them and punch them.
Okay. Now, actually, that's a bit of a misnomer. You can't move as part of a held action. I did allow you last time to just move as a held action.
Fair enough.
But yes, you will yell at them.
I will yell and glare.
Yes, that sounds good. Jacob. From where you are. Yeah.
Iffy. Firebolt is 120-foot range, just a heads up.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely within range, but these guys
Bad
have
cover.
lots of cover.
Yeah, so I'm thinking heading
Right.
more over to kind of to this side, so I have more better.
Yeah.
Right.
Angle out to the other guy, yep.
Yeah. Even though I can't expose myself. But what hero doesn't expose themselves?
Yeah, you'd have a decent shot at those two.
Okay.
They still have some cover, but yeah. Now, one of them looks like one of the regular brutes you've been seeing. The other guy has much nicer armor on and sort of a cape and that sort of thing. He is looking very spaced out at the moment. Yeah.
Well, then I shall burn his face.
Burn his face.
I did not burn his face.
Oh.
Your finger gets really warm. Okay. Jacob. They're all gone. Mint. I should just cross these guys out. They're no longer.
So the last turn, I tied up one of the fellows,
Yep.
and I am guessing at this point that the other fellow has not been tied up yet.
No. However, you could hand that off to your allies if you wanted to do something else, and they could occupy their turn doing that.
Yeah, because it doesn't really look like I have a straight angle into the room to shoot into there.
Yeah.
I'd have to charge in, which I don't really want to do considering the spell that's in place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, in terms of this spell, does it only lasts 10 minutes. We could potentially wait them out. How
Yep.
many times can he cast it in a day?
That you don't know. You don't know sort of exactly what level he is. That is assuming Jacob conveyed some of more information. You wouldn't necessarily know it in this terms, but that is a 3rd level spell. So
it's a higher level spell than
yeah.
what I'm used to encountering. It sounds ouchy. But it sounds like it only gets activated if you wish to do harm to the person who cast it.
No, you just have to get in the area.
Oh, okay, so it's just going to attack whatever comes in. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, they can designate certain people that aren't affected. Otherwise, everyone else is affected.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Does it affect the other people who are in the room with the caster?
No, but
No?
it would have
Jerry?
affected the fairy dragon.
Oh, Jerry!
Oh no!
Yep.
So it attacks the dragon then, that one in the room. Oh no.
Oh, poor dragon.
All right. That is interesting. Jerry has taken some damage. All right.
Okay. I'm just thinking about what. All I could really do is just make the way open for anybody else who wants to head in there if there's anything that they can do, but I'm at a loss for what I could do at this point.
Okay.
So I might as well just tie up the other guy with the rope I've got.
All right.
Do you have any ranged weapons?
I do have the hand crossbow, but I don't know how I would get a shot at that narrow angle in to hit one of them. I'd have to move up.
Yeah,
for
if you were
sure.
roughly where Jacob is, you'd have a shot.
Okay. Well then I could do that.
All right.
So if I move to about here?
Yep.
All right. I can take a
Again,
shot in.
you can see a sort of a big bruiser type, and then the leader, who's definitely sort of much nicer attire and armor and that sort of thing.
I'm gonna aim for the leader.
All right.
because Sometimes when leaders are hit, the other guys scatter. Only a 12 though.
And that is, yeah, not good enough with his armor class.
All right.
All right. But he doesn't seem to care right now. He's lost in his own little world of fun. Oh, yeah, they're gone too. Oh, no, that's the leader. Leader on his turn. Come on, roll low, roll low, roll low. Yes. Okay. Now, which random direction does he run in? All right. So Mint and Jacob are in a good position to see this. The leader turns and tries to run into like that wall over there. Bounces off it. Probably takes a little bit of damage from that. And yeah, otherwise seems like he's just like, what's going on? Torak.
Yee.
Okay. Where does the dark stuff come out to?
Oh, here, why don't I put a radius around this guy and you can sort of see. 15 feet. And let's make it in his green color. Boom.
I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I have to share that with everyone else. Boom. How's that?
There we go.
There we go.
Perfect. All right. So Torak can move here, and that puts Thuggy #1 in range for long distance axe throw.
Yeah. Yep, he's got a bit of a cover still, but you can try that.
And it means I don't get hurt, but it also means that my rage can continue because if I don't attack someone,
Right.
that stops.
There we are.
Not so much.
All right, you throw that axe. It sticks solidly into one of those side walls just before it hits the guy. It does, however, return to your hand. So, yeah, it sort of disappears from there and returns to your hand just fine. You've moved. Ranu gonna do anything?
No, Ronnie stayed there.
Priest cast that spell last time. That spell requires concentration, which is good to know. Yep. I do not think that is a concentration spell. Nope, that's an instantaneous. One moment. Yeah. Who can potentially the priest see? Not a whole lot of people, actually, given everyone is sort of hiding against this wall over here. Oh, that's not the priest. That's not the priest. Yeah. No. 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 All right. He's going to hold that action until he can see somebody. Leon.
All right. Can I move with my boots of wall walking to be positioned here?
Yeah, we'll say sure.
All right, cool. Then
Which side of that wall do you want to be on? Away from the enemies or toward the enemies?
toward the enemy so that I can
Yep.
see them, so that I can cast Flaming Sphere right there.
Nice. All right. Let me grab a. Does it stick around for a couple of rounds?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
it will stay there for up to 10 minutes.
All right.
Burning them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, can I not? Oh, I have to do this. That's fine. It's not really a sphere, but nope. Sort of looks like fire. How big is it? 5 feet or 10 feet?
5-foot diameter.
Okay, so there it is. It has taken up that space. All right. And can you move it around as soon as you cast it?
I mean, I'm just gonna leave it there.
All right.
If they end their turn within 5 feet of it, they have to make a dex save or take 2d6 fire damage.
Oh, within 5 feet of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. And it gets right to those guys' turns. So what are they going to do? End their turn there? Is that the wording?
Yes. If they end their turn within 5 feet of it, they have to make a dex save against 2d6 damage save for half.
Okay. So that guy seems like Mint seems like the best target there. That guy probably has better view on that guy. All right. So firing at Mint, that guy's crossbow explodes. Firing at the other goblin, that goblin probably dies. Nope. He's really hurt, and he's gonna fall back after this turn. But I'm just gonna mark him. Oh, there we go. Mark him as being wounded. Oh. Yep. But he's gonna otherwise just on his turn, which is happening soon. He's gonna hide in that corner and be like, "I hurt." And now it's and the these guys are gonna move back from 5 feet, be like, "Oh, they grabbed this thing here," and now they are not there, and otherwise won't be able to come back. The allies, the ones. This guy's gonna. Now he's gonna move over there. Maybe he's got a shot at that priest. Yeah, he's gonna try a shot at the priest. Not a great shot.
Would the priest not have moved 5 feet his way as well, or?
He hasn't had a turn yet.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So does he hit the priest? No. The other guys are gonna tie up that guy down there. Jirlaz is thinking, maybe I don't want to be in this range anymore, and he's going to just sort of come out and take a break. Does his breath? No, his breath does not come back. Yeah, he's probably sort of flying over the lava here going, that really hurt. Ow. I can testify that the spirit guardians are painful. Gilly.
Well, we were thinking maybe before we go into another round, we could take a quick break.
Oh, yeah.
That-
Just after. Yeah. So that would stop the round. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and see what happens with this final boss fight, and hopefully wrap things up here and get on to more fun adventuring. Actually, get on to a good rest. I think that's what everybody really wants right now. It's a good rest. All right. So we'll see you back here in 5 or 10 minutes, and yeah. And welcome back to the next level. We will pick up right where we left off. Hopefully everyone's had a good little break. And yes, we will start with Gildy again. What would you like to do as we get closer to this final boss battle?
Yeah. Do I still? I see they've moved. I don't really have a shot anymore at that. Or no, the priest hasn't. The
Priest, yeah.
spellcaster hasn't moved yet. Okay.
Yep.
So I will try to shoot at that person again.
All right. It's the 16 and 9.
Mhm.
I think that is going to miss, given the cover that they still have of that area, unfortunately. So yep. Do decent shots. One of them like sort of gets close to it and sort of pings off the top of the stone that he's hiding behind, but yeah, not quite there.
Okay.
Did you want to move?
Well, I'm not having much luck here. Let me just. What's my speed? 25?
Yep.
I'm a very small person. I think I'll start moving towards. Well, just in that direction. So if I move to like what? Across the bridge.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Talon.
The baddie who's directly below me on the map.
Yep.
Do they happen to have a crossbow that
They do? Yeah.
I'm not using anymore?
Yeah.
All right. I am going to pick up the crossbow, and I just go forward about 10 feet. See if I
Okay.
get a shot off at Wizardy Dude or Dudette. I don't know. Can't see. And then retreat back to where I was.
All right. Yeah, we'll say that it's about the same from there. So yeah, give me a shot. He's still got some cover given sort of the odd angle, but
Give it a whirl. Nope.
7. Yeah, no, you are remembering that crossbows are not quite your thing, and but you can try again next round. He's also got lots
to be
of
true.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
And then a retreat.
All right. Jacob.
I think I still got eyes on the leader who's all dazed.
Yep.
So that'll be an attack. Nope.
We were rolling so well earlier on. All right.
Used it all up.
Yep. You gonna move it all?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a couple steps forward, I think.
Sure. Mint. I think you're still muted.
I tried using the shortcut. It didn't work. My apologies.
Okay. No
All
worries.
right. So looking at the map here, it seems as though one of the fellows might be in range.
Yeah, still got a decent line of sight on the leader. Yep.
Okay, so I will take a shot at him. 13.
No, he's got decent armor on. That sort of pings off his armor.
That is unfortunate.
Yep.
I will continue to hold my ground where I'm at.
Okay. And it is that fellow's turn. He's going to move in a random direction. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm assuming, Leon, that somebody can occupy the same space as the
No.
fire.
No,
No?
they can't. No, so he would just walk into it and take damage.
All right. Would he be pushed out again afterwards?
Yeah.
All right. There we go. Yeah, so he walks into it, hits the wall on the other side and sort of tries to keep going. And actually is going to slip out this way just a little bit. So how much damage does he take?
So it would be a deck save.
I'm going to give him disadvantage because he's otherwise not doing so well. He fails.
Okay, so he takes 8 fire damage.
All right. Does he have any resistances or anything? No, he does not. So 8. All right. Yeah, he just walked right into your thing and out the other side and still seems like he's having a great day. Okay. Next. Torok.
Well, these just presented a really lovely target.
Yes.
So I'm going to step forward so he's in normal throwing range,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can move back after I do this.
Yeah.
So it would be this one with a +7 instead of a +5.
Oh, come on. Nice. Minimum damage, but that's definitely a hit. All right.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And then move back.
Yep. And the axe returns to you. Ranu, anything?
Yeah, so Ranu is just going to kind of fly around a little bit to try and get a sense of where all the people inside of that room are, if possible.
Like go into the room?
Oh, no. Just from out here,
Ah,
if
so to fly
flying,
around. Okay.
flying
Yep.
over to the left, they can see to the right, and then they'll fly over to the right,
Yep.
meet
Yep.
the left, and then come back to where they are, just so that they can give Leon
Make a
a
sense
general
for.
idea of where people are.
I'm going to say that, yeah, you can easily see the leader and the spellcaster. The other two just are too far off to the side to even see, sort of, no matter where you are looking around. They're sort of hiding, not intentionally hiding in the corner, but that's essentially where they ended up.
Okay.
Yep. The priest. Did anybody come into his line of sight? No, not really. Yes.
Talon did.
Talon did.
Good.
And Talon would have been within 60 feet. All right. Talon gets a dexterity saving throw.
Talon was very excited about that. And so dexterity or saving throws are or not at disadvantage with 1 level of exhaustion.
Not.
19.
Oh, yeah. You easily dodge out of the way of the sacred flame that is sent your way, and you take no damage.
Excellent.
But that was, yeah, his whole held action from last time. This time, again, there isn't a whole lot of things he can see. Yep, he's going to keep this spell up and probably prepare another sacred flame in case somebody comes into view, although he is also going to move away from this fire thing because he doesn't like that very much. Move into that corner. So yeah, that sort of changes where the radius is a little bit. And Leon.
Okay, so I can see him.
You can pretty easily see the leader.
Yeah, but I know that I know that to the right, really those people could only move back
So far, yep.
like 5 feet.
Yep.
That's as far as they can go.
Yep, that's what you heard. It's only like a 10-foot sphere roughly.
Okay, then I'm going to move the flaming sphere.
There.
No, diagonally up 1, and actually ram into the leader, which is going to then make it stop where it is.
Oh, so like over here?
Yeah, so it will hit him for damage, but it can't move into his space.
All
so
right.
End up where you had it. It'll end up just to the left of him.
Right.
But
Okay.
He will take damage this round, and then it will just sit there.
Nice.
Um,
He fails his saving throw.
Hooray! He takes 5.
All right. Now,
But he has to make a concentration check.
oh yes, he does. For 10 points of damage, because that's the minimum. He might fail. Yeah, he gets no bonuses. That spell goes down.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done
Nice.
indeed.
The little fire that could. This spell is all thanks to Jacob.
What did I do?
You've been using fire spells.
I love fire.
I have had no fire spells. And then I saw how useful fire spells were, and I'm like, I should get a fire spell flaming here. So this is all thanks to Jacob. I would
All
not
right.
really have taken a fire spell, but I'm like, they seem to be working really well for Jacob. I think I should take one.
Fire's cool.
Okay, that is the priest's turn. Now, it's specifically on the end of their turn that they take damage, unless they also move into its space. Correct? For the fire flaming sphere.
Yes, at the end of their turn, they take damage. And actually, I just realized that was my bonus action.
Yep.
Right.
So as my action, I'm going to shoot the leader.
Yep.
With my bow.
So they could move around it and get out of its range on
Yep,
their turn.
they can.
Yep. Okay. All right. Nice. That was well done.
Hooray!
Nice. That definitely hits. All right.
Yeah. Leader takes 6.
Nice. Yeah. Nice solid arrow sticking into him. Those guys. He doesn't need to worry too much anymore. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So the priest gave a command, given that the leader is doing strange things, and these guys are sort of gonna rush out and otherwise try and protect their leader. That's what they're there for. Which means one of them gets within range of Torok and 16.
That would match my armor class.
So that's a hit. That's probably just using his mace. So 4 points of damage. Yep.
And that's halved because
Yep.
of raging. Okay.
Yep. And the other guy doesn't really have a good shot on things. He's going to switch out his weapons and have his crossbow ready, sort of standing behind the first guy. But yeah, still going to keep all of his weapons, so that actually would take up his action to do all that. The allies have recovered from taking the... I'm just going to move that dead guy over there. No, well, there's 2 of them. They've recovered from tying up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and they're going to try and pepper these. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them left. Yep. All aiming at that first guy in the lead. Well, 2 of them hit. And do plus 1, 8, 9, 10 damage to him. All right. Ooh. Jerlass can go back in again. Now. Yeah. Nope. All right. He's going to try and target that priest. Priest probably has a better saving throw, but let's give it a shot. Yeah. Priest makes a saving throw. And he goes invisible again. And how far back can he get? Oh. Yeah, no, he can get all the way back out again. I'm not going to allow him to move through people's spaces just because he's also invisible and very tiny. Guilty.
Okay. Probably got a shot at the guys who just started
Oh yeah.
towards us, right? Okay. I'm going to shoot at, I guess, the guy in front. This
Yep.
one.
He's taken a little bit of damage already. Oh,
Nice.
yes. For a total of 18 damage, takes him down.
Nice.
No. I'm gonna put him over here in the lava. There we go, and put him back. All right.
And then as long as they seem to be coming in this direction, I'm going to stay put for the moment.
Yep. Yeah, they did not like that at all. Talon.
Talon.
Oh, one sec.
Oh no.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Oh.
Okay. All right. I'm just sorry. Things happened. Keep going.
All right. Talon is going to reach into his pocket and kind of take a bit of a hold on this little egg thing that his little hoppy friend gave him.
Yes.
And just make sure here. What's the distance here? Yeah, okay, so it's 30 foot range. He is going to bless Gildy, himself, and Tor.
Nice.
So for the next minute, all three of us will have a 1d4 added to our attack rolls and our saving throws.
Yeah, I forgot you had the little egg of blessing.
I
Nice.
thought of it at some point in a battle and it just didn't make sense to use, but now I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
So is that, sorry, you said 1d4, is that to the hit or damage?
To attack and 1d4 on any saving throw you need to make.
Nice.
For 1 minute, which hopefully is longer than the battle.
Should hopefully be long enough. Are you going to move at all or stay where you are?
I think he's going to stay where he is for now, and then he'll run in next time.
Jacob.
Obviously the leader is way too strong, so I'm gonna do a fire bolt at the guy in front.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yep, nice big scorch mark on him. You gonna move at all?
No, I'm in a good spot, I think.
Yep. Mint.
Okay. Bringing up the map again. I don't have a clear shot because of people that are up ahead.
Yep.
One of us is knocked out? Or am I misreading that?
No.
No.
Who do you think is knocked out?
I don't know. There's an X around somebody with a blue ring around them. That usually signifies Torok, doesn't it?
May want to
We had this
refresh.
issue last time where somebody.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Maybe.
it was a different game, but yeah.
Yeah, you may not have refreshed.
No, I did refresh.
No
There's, yeah.
It's a weird little glitch that happens sometimes with Roll20. I don't know how or why, but yeah, it moves some of the X's around, or yeah.
If you look at within the Zoom chat, Rob was sharing a screen, you'll see it there. What you should.
That'll be more accurate then.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I see it clearly now. Okay. Sorry about the confusion there.
That's okay.
So I do have a clear shot to the one guy in red then. So I'm going to levy my handheld boo.
Yep.
And roll. Why am I rolling like this today, guys? I feel like I'm taking all the bad rolls for the team.
Well, that's an important thing to happen as well.
Yeah.
You went to the Talon School of Crossbow.
Yes.
Exactly.
All right.
Alrighty.
But at least you didn't go to the Fire Soul School of Crossbow.
Yes.
That's true.
And at least I didn't roll another one and get more
Yeah.
lava on me or somebody else. So
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. That's the Fire Soul School of
Yep.
one's the last.
there.
No.
Oh,
He hasn't saved,
hello
or
there.
does he look?
He is still having a really good day, and his random
Did that-
direction happened to take him directly out.
Push
Is
him in
that
the
a trick?
lava.
Is that an attack of opportunity for me?
Yes, that's an attack of opportunity for Torok. Yep.
Sweet. So that would be a regular.
Nice. 17
Ouch.
damage.
That's amazing.
Oh my.
Oh, wow.
Is it also, I wonder, an attack of opportunity for Jacob as well?
No.
No?
He's still sort of in the Jacob's threatened area, and was be when he moves out of Jacob's threatened area.
Okay.
So that is for how many hit points does he have? He's starting to look pretty hurt.
Does he still look happy though?
Oh yeah. Oh, he's having a great day. This is awesome. He loves taking damage. This is the best thing ever.
Okay then.
Turok's like, I feel bad hitting the drunk man. But-
Yep. I will remind people that one of the actions that you can take is shoving a creature and also lava. And as we move on to Ranu, what's Ranu going to do? Oh, no, sorry. Torak. Torak actually goes next.
Okay, so Turok will throw his axe at the red dude because he doesn't want to step out in front to get in the way of the arrows. Less good.
Don't forget your +4, plus 1d4.
Yes.
No, that was the 1d4.
Oh, really?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I did miss that. Sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. 12 actually
Oh.
hits.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So roll damage is 11. And that's this guy. All right, he is looking very hurt. Still standing. Yeah, that was a throw, and then it comes back. You gonna move it all? Stay where you are?
No, I'm staying. It's a pretty
Yeah.
good place to be right now.
All right. Now, Ranu can try and do stuff if they like.
I think Rhino will just stay there and
Yep.
watch what's going on.
All right. The priest is having a bad day. He's going to try and move 5, 10, 15, 20. You know what? He sees things going downhill. So he is just going to do his. He's going to cast another spell. There we go. And 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. So that gets Torok,
Oh,
Jacob, and Mint.
Oh no.
Ouch.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
So a wisdom saving throw, please.
I'm wise.
I am not wise. Well, maybe.
Turok gets an 11.
Plus 1d4.
Oh, right. Thank you. Damn it.
Jacob got an 18. Ooh.
So Turok got a 12.
And Mint got a 15. So Torok is the only one who fails. The other two succeed. Now, you technically will not take this damage till the start of your turn. So the wording is enter it or on the start of your turn. You didn't enter it, so it'll be at the start of your turn that you take this damage. So I'm going to give it to you, but you don't actually take it till the start of your turn. So just in case anything happens in between. Anyway, so the damage, it was a total of 15. Half would be 7. So Torok would be 15. Half. No,
I
not
don't think
half.
I have
Round up,
it,
it
no.
would be 8, wouldn't it?
No, I
Uh,
don't. It doesn't get halved because it's not bludgeoning, piercing, or.
yeah.
I
So
think
yeah,
there's
we
one
take
of
the
them.
full 15 because this is necrotic damage. That's right.
Mm,
And half is always rounded down, so it's 7.
okay.
Yeah, it's 15 rounded down, half rounded down to 7. So 7 for Jacob and Mint at the start of your turn.
I'll just mark it now. And
That is the priest. He's doing a bit of a Hail Mary. Leon.
pretty effective Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, those crazy cultists.
Yeah. The priest now sees the error of his ways, though, realizing that he's come out right next to the really strong dragonborn and also right next to some lava.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had my grease spell.
Um. This is kind of risky, but it would be kind of awesome. So the leader, he's got like fancy armor and stuff, right?
He's got pretty good armor. Yep.
Like,
Yep.
does it look really fancy? Like, does he look like someone where we want to, like, we might be able to get? Wait, that would be a bunch of money, wouldn't it? His armor.
Potentially, yes. Yep.
Like,
Don't shove him in the lava.
Yep. So his armor looks like it is decent quality splint mail, which would
none of us would wear it, but it looks
No.
like it's fairly expensive.
Yeah.
Does the priest guy look like he has anything fancy on it? Who does it look like I don't want to push into the lava?
The priest is wearing a chain shirt of decent quality. You figure if these guys have any sort of special things, it's probably going to be the priest or the leader that have any special things. We haven't seen them use anything so far.
That's true.
But
Some
yeah.
people might actually wear that chain shirt, though, mightn't they?
Off the top of your head, do you think splint mail might be worth a couple hundred gold pieces?
Oh, but I want to shove someone in the lava.
I think that would be worth it. I think you'd pay 200 gold pieces to see someone thrown into lava.
Okay, so probably better to do the leader, though.
Probably yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna go up here on the wall.
Yep.
I'm going to move the fire so that it rammed this dude in the butt
Nice.
as my bonus action, and then I'm going to use my cantrip Gust, and I'm going to push the leader, and he has moved 5 feet away from me if he fails the saving throw.
All right. So the brute up top rolled it was a dexterity, right?
Yeah.
14.
No, he takes full damage. So
Okay.
Now the only other thing is the leader. Does he look strong?
He looks pretty strong.
He looks quite strong.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. But he's confused.
Yep. Give it a shot.
All right. So that guy takes 8 damage.
Nice.
That guy takes 8 damage up the butt, and that flaming sphere is directly behind him now.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I guess I'll hit the leader with Gust. It's a DC 15 strength saving throw.
Okay, strength saving throw. Okay, that is different. If it's going to be athletics check, he has a decent athletics, but he doesn't actually have. All right. DC 15. Okay. Because he was disoriented, I thought, sure, I'll give him disadvantage on that. So you get to see someone in lava taking a lot of damage.
I really enjoy that I just walk up on the wall, hold out my hand, and just a little whoosh, and then he goes bloop.
Oh, that's not good.
And the best part is that my magic didn't kill him.
No.
Lava did.
Exactly. I just pushed him. That's all my magic did.
Oh, yep. He took 69 damage, which put him over 100 as the total taken. That is definitely enough to kill him. I gave him one final sort of roll just to see if he comes out of it while he's dying. He does. There's some quite glorious screaming that goes on. He is not particularly happy that he's in lava. But yep, he is dead.
I feel I need to roll a sanity saving throw. This feels dramatic.
that is pretty rough. You're all probably a little stunned by that.
Like
But,
is the big guy who just came rushing past you, where you're like, oh no, I'm
Perfect freeze.
Time is great.
That was the perfect freeze. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
All right.
froze perfectly there.
All right. Yeah.
Actually, he
is-
burst into flames. I think I appreciate it.
Yes. Yes. That was Leon's turn. There's a brute left up there. He had his crossbow ready. He's gonna, just sort of keep that out and fire at probably the first person he sees directly ahead of him, which is one of the allies. Yeah, So this guy takes a little bit of damage, but is otherwise mostly okay. There we go. And is he going to move? He's going to move because he's got fire coming up his butt. So 5, 10, 15, he's going to go there. So he's not moving out of Torok's range. But yeah, he is otherwise not happy. And the allies have a good shot at that brute now. Still 4 of them going. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay. That is pretty good. Yeah, all 4 of them actually hit. This might kill the brute. 1 sec. Yeah, low damage rules.
I have to say, I kind of love the fact that I effectively did 69 points of damage with a cantrip. It's kind of awesome.
Yep, your allies managed to finish off that brute.
Hooray.
They were effective. And Gildy, back to you. There's a priest standing out in the open.
Yeah, I'm a shoot him with my bow.
All right. Oh,
Nice.
yeah, yeah. You shoot him with your bow. He gets hit with your bow.
Well, I hope with the arrows from the bow, not the bows.
Oh, you hit so well. You actually hit him with your bow. So 16 points of damage. How is he looking? He's looking really
like
hurt.
a javelin.
Yes. He is looking very hurt and just took a bunch of damage.
Yep. So he needs to make concentration check.
Yep. So first, he fails on the 5, so he does not know how to concentrate at all.
We're very distracting.
Oh. Ah! That's weird. That's what apparently a radius of 0 looks like.
Alright, yeah.
Just delete it. There we go. All right, so that spell goes down, and you guys,
Don't take the damage at the start of our next turn?
yeah,
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
Oh, nice.
That works.
yeah. That's why I mentioned that, just in case anything happened. But he is still up. His spell went down, but he is still up. And Talon, it is your turn.
Talon is going to run in front of him.
Yep.
And shockingly, now that you can see him, he is going to punch him.
Yep.
Okay.
Nope. 11 does not quite hit, but you can try again.
But I also get +2 to that roll, so it's 13.
That hits.
Yay!
So 7 damage.
7 damage.
Okay. That takes him down.
Yoo-hoo!
I'm gonna put him over here so I can actually mark him as. There we go.
GM said knock you out.
Yeah, and there's this sort of hush that falls over everything. You're all sort of, like, is that it? Is that gone? The breathing slowly starts to normalize, and yeah, you hear this faint little sort of weird gurgling, painful sound from somewhere inside that cave.
I thought you were going to say inside the lava.
No. Yeah, it's from somewhere inside that cave. You hear something that sounds very pained. And assuming that you do go and investigate,
Not with that flaming sphere right there.
that's true.
I stopped concentrating on the flaming sphere.
Okay. There you go.
Is there anything left of the leader that I could fish out with a mage hand? He's only been there for a couple of seconds.
Can a mage hand be hurt by lava?
Not
I
really.
think so.
I remember Bender coming back out of the lava from underneath the professor's geothermal thing, and he was like, what is it, 40%, whatever that metal was. Just imagine this red hot.
Yeah, there's
Armor
something your
fighter.
mage hand can pick up.
Yay!
So he's like mostly under, but there was this sort of the end of a great sword that is sort of peeking up from Vec that he never actually drew,
Right.
that you can draw out. Now, it's usually a mage hand can lift 5 pounds, right?
I think it's 10 pounds now.
Is it 10?
I think it might be.
Double check for me. Either way, the sword has taken some damage, so the end of it is sort of like some of it was in the sheath and semi-protected. So the top of it is actually in decent condition near the hilt, but the bottom of it near the tip has been completely melted off, and there's sort of this weird jagged semi-melted metal that sort of drips a couple of bits and then sort of solidifies as it cools. So yeah, you have this great sword with this messed up tip on it.
Okay. Yeah, it's 10 pounds.
All right. Yep. So you could have easily lifted it anyway. But yeah, it's still sort of semi-melted. It's probably about like 5. So great sword's usually about like 6 feet of blade-ish. This one's probably about closer to 4.5, 5 feet of blade, and then sort of weird melty bits.
All right.
Yep. You have a souvenir.
The blade can be reforged.
It's a sword of really hard to get out of the guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you venture into the cave at the end once you've sort of taken a moment to sort of calm down.
Mhm.
And you see, well, who goes in first?
Who is the least injured? I can go in
That's
first.
still
I'm not
that's still
scared.
Torok.
Yeah.
So Torok will go in first.
I think technically,
Torok ends his rage.
injured would be Leon because I'm at full hit points. Do I have the most hit points? No.
So
Torok will still go in first.
yeah, Torak, you get to just inside, and you notice 2 things, sort of one in either direction. Number one is a very unfortunately dead fairy dragon.
Oh, no.
That was one of the things that happened earlier on, because I remember the priest had a spell prepared, and the fairy dragon appeared right in front of him, and the fairy dragon rolled a 1 on its saving throw to avoid that spell.
Oh.
So he only had 1 hit point left after taking the spirit guardian damage, but he was trying valiantly to help you out and perished in the effort. And on the other side, on a bit of a pedestal, there is this red glowing stone. I should change this aura to red so it actually shows the way it's supposed to be. Yeah. And you can find the life stone.
Okay.
So Torok at this point doesn't know enough about the life stone to touch it. It's where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
He'd pick up the dragon.
Yeah.
Poor Jerry.
Or Jerry. Jerry tried really hard and died for the cause.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to search the leader. Or the
I was gonna say it's really warm where the leader is right now.
Right.
You search the cleric, and you find yes. Cleric had on him 1 dose of sovereign glue and a healing potion.
Well, he doesn't need the healing potion. I'm sure somebody else would like it.
Oh, you mean I thought you meant the cleric doesn't need it anymore. I'm like, well, yeah.
Do we figure? Wait, was this the guy? We got a name.
Yep.
This wasn't the leader, so this wasn't even the guy.
No.
Roseanne.
Yeah, this was Roseanne, not Nelkin.
Okay, so this was Roseanne.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
This is now Roseanne's sword.
Yes, that is the sword you have, is Roseanne's sword.
Oh, okay, so is Roseanne's sword. All right. Oh, but this guy has a chain shirt. Does anybody in our group wear, like, what's Gildy wearing? You could wear a chain shirt, couldn't you?
Wow, fabulous question.
It might affect your stealth.
It might affect your stealth. It's also a regular size chain shirt, and she is not.
Yes,
We can get it resized.
like a dress.
That's
chain
true.
dress.
You could get it resized. There's enough sort of chain links there to have it resized down to your to fit you.
Yeah, I'll look into what I'm allowed to wear. We
Or
might
even-
as well
Or
tape
even
it.
Jacob or Mint. 'Cause It's,
Yep.
a, it's medium
Yeah.
armor,
It is. Yeah.
but I don't think it negatively impacts stealth.
Gildy's not very stealthy anyways. It's just her invisibility thing, which I don't
Yeah.
think is affected by armor.
No, it does not. It's if you're trying to sneak, then potentially yes.
Yeah.
But
I'm
yeah, no,
already wearing chainmail. It's listed as heavy armor, and
Yeah.
it does affect my stealth. It gives me disadvantage.
Yeah, I think it's not.
yeah. So yeah, we can check about chain shirt.
But Jacob wears medium armor too, doesn't he?
I think so.
I do wear medium armor.
Yeah.
But chain's heavy.
No,
No.
this is a chain shirt, which is medium.
Oh. It is not as good as the scale mail that I'm currently wearing.
Oh.
That's true. Yeah, it is one step below. However, it is. I think scale mail does have disadvantage to sneak, where chain shirt does not.
True.
So something to consider.
Well, I will spend the time. Well, if we have time, I will take 10 minutes, cast Unseen Servant, and my Unseen Servant will take the time to remove the armor from the cleric.
Yep. That's good. You also have a bunch of glaives, heavy crossbows, light crossbows, studded leather armor.
Okay.
Leather armor, yeah. in various different sizes and shapes.
Okay.
But yeah, you have cleared things out. The defenders are very, very thankful for your help. We'll say that, anything you need, there's not a whole lot of us left up top, but anything you need, we'll sort of help you out with that. And the one of them who's potentially sort of the leader of this, the least little group down here, is like, does one of you have a good place to hide the life stone on your person?
Yes,
Easy.
I do.
Let's use that for the moment. We're too few. I don't want to leave anybody down here to guard it in person. Let's bring it with us, but keep it hidden, at least while we go up top and figure out what to do with it and have a bit of a rest, which it looks like you guys could use.
Just because Talon sort of heard of it before, he'd kind of volunteer to get it and then either hand it to Leon or put it in the bag.
Oh, Leon will just hold the bag open. You can put it in the bag.
Yeah, Talon, you sort of touch it and you can feel like the effect of this. It sort of imbues you with this sort of warm sense of just not necessarily sort of peace, but of health, of just feeling a little stronger, a little sort of better in general.
Does anything quirky happen to him?
That's Jacob.
How virile is he looking?
He's definitely feeling quite potent at that particular moment in time. But
I'm
what you
definitely not touching it after he touches the thing.
and I want to just pull up something really quick here. That's random. All right. Give me a D6 roll.
Good luck.
Thanks. 6.
6. So you notice that when Talon picks it up, those around him, he sort of, it glows within sort of 5 feet of itself. And as Talon, is in that radius, Talon also, as he hands it off into the bag of holding, seems to retain some of that glow. and it doesn't last for a particularly long period of time. Talon didn't hold the thing for a particularly long period of time. But yeah, Talon seems to be glowing in a roughly salmon shade for the next 14 minutes.
How well, if you are the one glowing, how well do you notice that you are glowing? Because like my head would be glowing as much as my hands.
Yeah, oh yeah, you would notice it, and especially in the dark area that you're in, it would light a 5-foot area around you in dim light. Yep.
This is weird.
Lovely shade.
Yep. You get the sense that if you perhaps were in full possession of it for a longer period, that glowing might last a little bit longer as well. But yeah.
All right. Talon is probably glad that he didn't hold it longer, but
but yeah, as soon as you let it go, you do sort of feel that sort of the weight of just your own fatigue come back over you, and it's like, oh, that's yeah, and
Right.
no longer have that sort of sense of fullness. And you make your way. Well, unless there's anything else you'd like to do, well, you're down in the bottom of the mines.
I say we collect up what equipment we have. We don't know where our next income's coming from, so we should have some stuff we could probably sell.
Yeah, I will create a full list of all the different things you pick up. And yeah, the mine defenders are completely happy to let you have sort of all the spoils of this particular fight, because they've got lots of equipment and armor that they can use as well.
I believe we have 5 survivors.
Yes.
And what do we wish to do with them?
I was thinking interrogate.
I think you actually have 6. If you include, you have 7 actually. So there's 3 up top, 2 in this group, and then 2 in the previous group that you fought. So yeah, a total of 7 survivors that you would have to potentially do stuff with.
Yeah. The problem being that they will undoubtedly go back to the Fire Soul leadership and let them know that they failed in their mission, who then may come back and they will know the number of survivors and all kinds of other details.
Probably even as you sort of mentioned that and bring that up, I'm assuming at this point you're probably leading those survivors out and heading up towards the top yourself. Again, the leader of the defenders down here probably says, there's a few options we have. I'm like you, I don't necessarily want to take any more life than I need to, but if we need to end these guys, that is an option that I prefer not to take. But I get the feeling as well, if we're all going to go our separate ways, then they wouldn't necessarily know where to look for any of us, especially if we scatter in one direction and you go another. They might not know which one of us has the stone. And we could pretty much, there's not a whole lot of us left up top. It would be very easy for us to just start over somewhere else, find somewhere else to hide what we're doing. And if they go their own way, or we leave them hide up here until they free themselves and we go our own way, then potentially all they'd know is somebody has it and somebody went in some random direction.
And it certainly isn't the person who's glowing salmon.
No, no, definitely not that person.
Definitely not that person. No, the walking nightlight wouldn't be them. No.
No. Yeah. So yeah, a couple different options you could play with there. When you do get to the surface, the Fire Soul people are all sort of corralled and taken to. There's a couple houses that are still sort of standing, so they're sort of locked up, one under guard. You guys are praised as heroes by the few people who are still around up here. The healer who had been working earlier is now pretty much done what she can for the survivors that there are. She's looking pretty tired as well. She's probably actually zonked out on a bed somewhere. But there's a couple houses that are still okay. You are pretty much given full reign of one of them. They're saying, look, if you guys need to rest, just Yeah, find rooms and rest yourselves. We can sort of figure the rest of this out in the morning. It is at the moment quite late at night. Again, you traveled for a good chunk of a day, got there as night fell, and then sort of had spent a good chunk of time going through the mines as well. So up to you. If you would like to set a watch, there are going to be guardsmen from the town who are out and about as well. But you are able to finally get some rest if you'd like it. Or you can stay a little bit longer, stay up a little bit longer and sort of discuss what your next plans are, that sort of thing.
I'm already asleep.
I want to make sure that we meet up again with our fellows that we left on the surface when we went down. Just make sure that they are okay.
They are, Jacob, as you fall asleep, in that sort of weird state between waking and full dreaming, there is this vision that comes to you. And it's, again, you don't necessarily see yourself, but you get the sense that you're still sort of a younger man, maybe in your sort of early teens-ish. Mostly you get the sense because you can see Ridu there with you, and she seems to be, again, about a half-elf in her early teens-ish, and she often seems to be roughly matched to about the age that you are. She's in your house that you sort of have had bits of visions of, and your family is around, and you get the sense that you've been trying to explain to your family about Ridu, about the fact that she exists, that she isn't just some imaginary friend that you had as your kid. She's real, and now you're old enough to say, you know, she's real and believe me, and they don't believe you. They're very happy that you have an active imagination. Ridu says they don't believe in me, and they cannot see me because of that. It would take more than probably you can give, unfortunately, for them to see me. Or they would need to have the mind of a child like you did when you first found me. And as that sort of, the words sort of continue as the vision slowly fades and you fall into your slumber for the evening. And we can end there unless there's any sort of final thoughts people want to end off with, or we can pick up next time with any sort of things that happen that you might want to do sort of before you go to bed or overnight. How are people feeling?
Before going to bed, I do want to ask Torok when he would like to bury Jerry.
Torok takes a few swigs of drink. He says, "Before I sleep."
Okay.
Then I will help.
All right. Jerry is not that big. It does not take long to create a nice little plot for him.
Would I suspect if it's a bury or a funeral pyre? Would anyone? Torok would. If Torok doesn't know, he would ask if anyone knows.
You are not sure what the rights are for a fairy dragon. You strongly feel, and you're not quite sure where this comes from, that it actually should be a pyre, that it should be sort of burned.
Yeah.
And unless anybody strongly dissuades Torok of that, Torok will build a fire up and lay little Jalazaban upon it.
And Torok will sit for the first little bit with the mead, and anyone who wants to drink with him while he...
I will drink the mead with you, friend.
Gildy will also sit and have some mead with Torok.
Yep. Alan will too, briefly before going to bed.
The sleep is important, Torok says, but this is as well.
Yes.
Yes. We shall remember Jalazaban the Brave.
Leon awkwardly joins everyone because everyone except for Jacob is there.
Jacob's going to feel very bad about himself the next morning.
Yeah. All right. And we'll sort of end as that fire slowly dies and you make your way inside to finally get some rest for the evening. All right. So a bit of a mixed bag, a sweet and sour ending. But hopefully you enjoyed our session, and you will join us again next week to see what will happen next as we converse. No, that's not the right word. As we traverse onward to the next level. And on that point, you guys can all level up.
Yay!
Yes.
Right, see you guys next week. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.